ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe no Shartimus.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Diamond Select Toys action figure review on the Marvel Select Spider-Gwen. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Big thanks to Diamond Select Toys for sending this figure my way and making this review possible. If you want to see the latest from DST, check out their YouTube channel, link in the description below. Nice looking Spider-Gwen so far. Nice image of Spider-Gwen right over there on the side. And then we get a product shot with interchangeable heads. I don't know why they're advertising the older, weaker Spider-Man figure. You know, the newer Spider-Man you guys made was awesome. And then you got Daredevil right there. There's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. Not much on the side, or on the top, or on the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's Spider-Gwen out of the packaging. And it's a pretty nifty figure. There's some things I really like about this piece, and there's some things I actually don't like about it. One of the things I do like is that she does come with a number of accessories. So that's cool that we get a number of accessories with this smaller figure. Plus we get a very nice looking base as we usually get from Diamond Select Toys. So let's get a closer look at that base, and then we'll get a closer look at Spider-Gwen. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who this is. I did read a little bit of the Spider-Gwen title, but it wasn't for me. Had this nice Josie and the Pussycats kind of vibe, which is cool, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I really like the detail and the wear that we're seeing on this giant robot. Does it look like an Iron Giant to you? It looks like an Iron Giant to me. Poor Iron Giant wannabe. But anyway, looking right here, we get some scratches and some battle damage. I really like this gold color that we're seeing on him. Looks really good. Nice yellow paint right there. I like how the rubble looks. Nice rocks and browns and grays and blacks all mixed in there, giving us a very realistic look. I'm happy with that. We do get some pegs, so that does help the figure stand. There's even a peg right over there. And we get the second one over there, and then I thought there was another one right over there. I guess I'm mistaken. But yeah, this is a pretty good looking base, and not much going on at the bottom. Now, aside from these interchangeable hands, the figure also comes with two interchangeable heads, which we'll show off in a second. You get these two wide open flat hands, and then we get this gun holding hand. I don't know, because it has a trigger finger sticking out, and then we get another one with a trigger finger, or no, this is actually the thwipping hand, but it's not a fully thwipping hand. You know, those two middle fingers right there are not really going all the way in, so I kind of wish we had a solid thwipping hand. Yeah, and the gun holding hand right here, I'm not totally sure on, but we also get a relaxed hand as well. These are painted actually pretty well. We get some nice details as far as the blue goes, which is hard to pick up, but you can see a little bit of blue right over there on the hands, so I do like that attention to detail. So I gotta say, I do like this head sculpt a lot. I really like how the hoodie hangs over her head over here. I think that looks great, and again, I love this detail that we're seeing with the blue, or it's almost like a purplish color, and then you get this magenta color on the inside over there. And I really like the fading from the eyes, right? That looks great. Nice soft fading right there, and they have that pink trim going on. You can see some nice little wrinkled details right here on the hoodie. So I darken things even more so you can see that detail. I love that we get that blue over the white. That looks great to me. So yeah, I really like this head sculpt. But to switch this out, you do need to use some force. And then we get the maskless Gwen Stacy. Oh, we also get the hoodie down that you want to attach to it first. So you put that on there, and it looks great. I like that. Nice sculpt. And then you put on the maskless Gwen Stacy head, which... there it goes. Just takes a little force to put that on there, which I don't know, it kind of looks a little older than I'd like it to. You know, she's supposed to be a teenager, right? So I feel like she's just a little on the older side. Also, the neck does seem a little bit long for this head sculpt over here. So I don't know, this is not my favorite head sculpt, but we get some nice paint on it. I like how the lips came out and the eyes came out pretty clean. As I brighten things up, you can see that a little better. So there are things I do like about it, and I think the hair is sculpted very nicely. We get some color variation in that blonde hair too. That makes me happy. So it's not all bad with this head sculpt, but just not my favorite of the two. Then looking on the back right there, you get some nice sculpted lines in the torso. You can see the cobweb pattern, maybe a little sloppy right over there. Not so bad on the right side. And just looking at the forearms, looking at the front of the figure, you know, there's the teenage cleavage. Well, there's no cleavage showing, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know, nice stretchy marks right over there from the fabric. Then looking down here, it looks pretty good. You know, there is a little bit of wear around the crotch for me trying to get the legs moving up. I'll get into that articulation a little bit, so there are some limitations there. I like how this is all sculpted in there. You've got the belly button sculpted in there. Gwen Stacy nalgas, nice thighs right there, nice legs, and then we get the blue shoes looking really good. A little splotch right there, but not a big deal. And she does have peg holes at the bottom of each of her feet. Ooh, even gets a nice detailed sculpt at the bottom right there. So yeah, not too bad. Now with the hoodie on version, there are some limitations to the head articulation. She could really only move her head upward that far with that head joint. She will look down, not too much gappage in the back right there. You also get full side to side motion, and you do get some head tiltage. Then popping this off, and there you go, getting that one on there. You can see that she will turn her head side to side, and then you get some great head pivot. And this one actually looks up more so, and they used a nice soft material right here for her hair, which I really dig. So she can look up more than the masked version, and she can look down quite a bit. Shoulders move outward just that far. They move down. You could rotate a full 360. You also get bicep swivel, single jointed elbows that actually bend in a little bit more than 90 degrees. Hasbro, take a note, eh? Anyway, you get rotation right here, and you get hinges up and down, and it's like that for all the wrists. And then you get a diaphragm joint, and it does have some diaphragm pivot. Crunches forward just a little bit, crunches back some. We also get a waist swivel over here, and then we get hip joints that move outward that far. And then one of my biggest gripes with this figure is that there's just too much plastic in the crotch area, so she could only lift her leg up that far. I really wish that they had cut some of this down so that she could lift up her leg a lot higher so that you can get her into a lot more fun swinging poses and stuff. Her legs don't move back at all. She has a mid-thigh cut joint, double jointed knees. The ankles do move down, they do move up, and she does have ankle pivot. Yeah, measuring out this Gwen Stacy figure, you can see that she's standing at about 6.5 inches tall. And for a size comparison, here's the Spider-Gwen from Marvel Select next to the latest Marvel Select Spider-Man figure, often referred to as a spectacular Spider-Man figure. And yes, this is a figure that you should get. This is a very good Spider-Man figure. And then for your Spider-Gwen comparison, we have the Kotobukiya statue of Spider-Gwen, and we have the Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen. And I think the Kotobukiya actually has the best color scheme. I feel like the blues are just a little bit too dark on the Select, and then with the Marvel Legend, I think the magentas are way too dark.
Ooh, what about the amazing Yamaguchi and Artifacts plus Spider-Gwen's Shartimus, you negligent asshole!
Then comparing Spider-Gwen to your average 6-inch scale figure, here she is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man, and she's just a tad bit taller than this Spider-Man figure, which makes sense because she is a teenage female, and this is a 7-inch scale figure. So this is not the most posable Spider-Gwen figure out there, but you can still get her into some fairly dynamic poses. I like this pose right here, and I did have fun posing the figure around, and I did take a bunch of snapshots, so hope you guys check those out. I will have a photo gallery available over at marvelousnews.com and ShartimusPrime.net, and I hope you guys liked this review. If you liked this video, please go ahead and hit that like button, as well as leaving a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this figure. Let me know what you think of my review. If you want to subscribe for more Shartimus Prime videos, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, as well as hitting the notification bell, to ensure that my videos pop up in your feed, because sometimes, things can be screwy with the subscription feed, and my videos don't show up, and I put all this work into making the video, and then, it's not showing up in your subscription feed, and I ask you to subscribe, and then it's not showing up, and it's like, well, then what the heck are we all doing this for anyway, man, So I guess that notification bell should help. Anyway, if you want to follow me on the social media, don't forget to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything I mentioned in the description below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Hey, new Shartimus Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.